so excited, so excited. I got all the deodorant, I got my crunk cup. This is gonna be the greatest party of all time. I can't believe I got an invitation. Oh, hey dude.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing, no biggie. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm mowing the lawn. What are you doing?
Oh, that's good. No big deal. I just got into one of the coolest parties ever.
I want to go to a party.
Yeah, I was, I mean, I don't know if you have an invite. I was reading about it in the Bible. It's called the Marriage Supper of the Lamb. It's pretty sweet, pretty exclusive.
That is pretty cool, Josh, but I'm going also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine.
I think all believers in Yeshua now in this 2,000-year window since he went to heaven have an invitation actually to be the bride of Christ.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Not to sound weird, but why do I have to be a girl?
As in unity. All of us, the entire church, is the bride of Christ, Josh, and we're about to be married to Yeshua, our Messiah. And if you understand the ancient Hebraic wedding, the traditions thereof, Zola Levitt used to teach this, and you're going to understand step by step what Yeshua is about to do and what takes place in the marriage supper of the Lamb.
A giant party.
It's a giant party, Josh. It's the biggest party known to all mankind. Ephesians 5:31-32 says, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh." This is a profound mystery, but I'm talking about Christ and the church. We were always meant to be Messiah's wife, Josh. We were always meant to marry him, to be working together in unity, and to be cleansed by his own blood so that someday we can go to meet him in heaven.
Ephesians 5:25-27 talks about this. It says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless." That was the bride price. It was literally a business deal.
The business deal was Yeshua came and the price was his own life. He gave up his life. His blood was poured out on the cross so that we could be espoused to him, Josh. We drank from the silver cup at Passover. And he said to his disciples in Matthew 26:28-29, "For this is my blood of a new covenant, which is shed for many for remissions of sins. But I say to you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine from now on until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." So Yeshua was true to his word. He went up to heaven to go and prepare a place for us, as it says in John 14:2. And this whole time, Josh, this 2,000-year period, Yeshua went to his Father's house to make that bridal chamber for us and is waiting for the Father to give him the okay. Now you go and you get your bride that is waiting on earth, and we're going to hear the trumpet sound, and we're going to meet Yeshua in the clouds. They're going to say, "Behold, the bridegroom comes," go out to meet him, and then we're going to, after the judgment seat of Messiah, go to meet him for this great feast.
Think about some of the many reasons why people wait to get married nowadays, right? They're kids, and they're like, well, I have to have a good job, I have to be able to afford a nice house, I got to be able to do this. Yeshua's been preparing for 2,000 years. This is going to be the greatest shindig you've ever seen. It's going to be the best reception, the best wedding, the most amazing home. Yes. He has literally been planning every detail of this since he left the earth.
Now, Zola explained that after the bridegroom comes and collects the bride, that they go immediately to the bridal chamber and consummate the marriage. And then they go out and celebrate the wedding feast for 7 days. Now our act of consummation, he explained, is compared to the judgment seat of Messiah. We are refined by fire, we are purified, and then we go to celebrate this marriage supper of the Lamb. And instead of a 7-day wedding feast, we will feast for 7 years during the tribulation that is being poured out upon the earth. And Yeshua will finally drink from that silver cup with us, Josh. No longer are we the bride of Christ. We will be the wife of Messiah. We will hold that special position for eternity. And Revelations 19:7-9, Josh
says, "Let's rejoice and be exceedingly glad.
Yes.
Let's give the glory to him. For the wedding of the Lamb has come, and his wife has made herself ready. It was given to her that she would array herself in bright, pure, fine linen, for the fine linen is the righteous acts of the saints. He said to me, write, Blessed are those who are invited to the wedding supper of the Lamb. He said to me, these are true words of God." Now
we know that we are marrying Yeshua. There's going to be plenty of us as one bride, as one wife, but there's also going to be guests at this wedding supper. Zola taught about this as well. We see the parable of a man who invites people to the wedding of his son, and no one wants to come. He goes into the highways and byways. He picks the destitute and the poor and says, "Come to my wedding feast." They come. These people who come to a wedding feast, they are the saints of old. They are the Moseses. They are the Davids. And it's kind of interesting, Josh, that the 2,000-year period where we receive Yeshua in our hearts, we are the only ones that get to marry Messiah. We only hold that special position for all eternity. There's going to be an innumerable amount of people throughout the ages that don't hold that position as being able to co-rule with him as basically the wife, the queen, whatever you want to say. And that's pretty awesome. That makes us feel special, doesn't it?
That is amazing, because if you think about it, that's a very small window of time
Yes.
for just an exclusive group of people. And that means you who are watching, you were chosen.
Now, we want to be ready for Messiah to come. We want to be pure and spotless. As 2 Corinthians 11:2 says, "I am jealous for you with a godly jealousy. I promise you to one husband, to Christ, so that I might present you as a pure virgin." You don't want to be spotted when you meet your Messiah. You don't want to meet your husband at the end of the aisle and say, "Oh, guess what? There was this other guy." That's another god, another idol you had in your life. We want to be pure and holy before him. So join us next time.
So glad that consummation doesn't involve fire anymore. That seems wicked painful.
That wasn't in the Old Testament. That's just the judgment.
But so it's totally different now? I'm so confused.
See you next time.